they contact the tenant or business owner, whoever's occupying the space, and then tell them that you have to register the sign and it has to be for this period of time. We did that with the smoke shop down there.
Okay.
And they came in, registered it, took it down, and then put another one back up.
We also did that with the hot air balloon.
Yes, sir. And then we do it with, tax lady.
And the thing is, if we start, the maintenance is manageable, and you get rid of, I think you get rid of 3/4 of what's out there today, which also means the others, like I say, I think they'd be more effective, but it also would be much easier for staff to enforce it if there's only 3 signs on the whole boulevard versus 30 or whatever. You start limiting it, it's gonna make it stand out more when somebody does put one on.
So currently at Nish, they have several, like 7, 6, 7, 8, I don't know.
And the vehicles.
And I don't know, and nothing against that business, of course, but I don't know what you call it, if you're calling it a pole sign, but they're tall.
Temporary banner sign.
And it's got like a feather.
Feather signs.
Yes.
So is a feather sign a temporary sign?
Yes, and they're supposed to bring those in at the end of the night.
And they never are. And you can drive up and down the boulevard at 11 o'clock like I sometimes.
So that's already part of what's there now.
Those are permanent, though, as a
Yes,
temporary sign?
those are allowed.
For all the
Same
time?
thing with Goodyear that has a rack that has tires on it and it advertises his business. He rolls it out and he rolls it back in at the end of the night.
But I want to stay with this feather sign for now.
They are allowed.
All the time, every day, like every day they can
As
go.
long as they're not in the text easement, yes, they are allowed.
So I would think
If
that
they're
would be
brought
the
in.
same as we're talking
Yes,
about.
as they close the business, they are allowed.
Because I don't think that's not a good site for us. I mean, maybe temporary in the business or whatever, but every day, all the time, that creates the clutter that's.
Right, and it does, like Darren said too, it goes to, you see it, you get numb to it. It doesn't help the business, it doesn't help anybody to have something like that out there all the time. So I guess from what was mentioned about whether they're getting brought in or not, is staff, I get the staff's not here, code enforcement staff's not here at 9 o'clock to see whether somebody's bringing something in at night. If y'all get if somebody's driving around town and sees that they're left out at night, do they at least get some sort of call from staff at some point saying, hey, bring those in? I mean, there's a gulf between we're gonna hammer you and enforce it and just, hey, we noticed this, can you do something about that?
Yes, sir, and we've done it numerous times. It may be relaxed right now, seems relaxed right now, but they do come out and they do enforce it. It's just, you drive by 11 o'clock at night, well, code enforcement is not at work, nor is the building inspector. So we don't hear about it for several days, and then by that time, it's already became a problem.
But my point is, even if they were bringing them in at night, that's not the look that we want.
Let's go, I would still say do that back to the temporary new business spaces.
I do.
And maybe say that you can't have both, either or.
I mean, there's,
There's gotta be a limit, how long.
right, there's gotta be a limited size, and those things are huge. I mean, they're, I don't know, 10, 12 feet tall or something.
He's one to tell you.
They're not that tall.
Probably about 12 feet.
12 feet, they're tall. The ones out there right now, I thought this morning, they're taller than us, they're real tall. So I think we've gotta get a handle on that, regardless of the nighttime. I think probably the vision of that was those little short signs people put out during the day, maybe.
Well,
There's
there's
only one or two of
the
them.
sign ordinance that I think you're talking about that addresses it really uses the term tent, which makes, when I read it, I thought it was talking about like, Buck putting, River Oaks Cafe putting a daily special out there on the chalkboard and taking it in, bringing it out like a storefront, more of a
Can we
storefront special.
Can we also look at regulating all inflatables? And let's just say inflatables, even these, the guys that twist and turn and do things like that. Those are up, again, 24/7 for months on end, it seems like. And
So the only one I'm aware of, which I know they come every year to council for approval, and that's the tax,
No,
liberty tax, so
I'm
that's probably
thinking,
there.
I'm thinking of the funny man type balloons.
They're not that high, but the.
Oh, they're out there.
Balloon sock.
Tire shop, you can see in front of it.
Well, down, Brent PGS used to do it, incessantly down there at the end of the street and things like this. I mean, I think that any inflatable should have a permit and get a handle on that, because they are distracting.
That would fall under temporary to me.
I would
It
think
should be
that-
a temporary, but,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you got something new, somebody, okay, it's over.
Uh,
My deal on the sign, I'm gonna go back to the sign on the business, and I've seen this several businesses have it. We don't allow them to paint their business logo. But I've seen.
That's what I hear, yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. Put on tarps. They take the plastic tarps and have it all put on there and then screw it to the building. There's
That's
a few of those.
that's vinyl being put on there, and that is allowed.
But that shouldn't be.
I agree.
Okay,
I know.
But if we're going back to say you can't have vinyl on signs, then we might as well take all the signs down on the boulevard and tell them you can't have anything.
Well, I'm just talking about you taking a piece of plastic and putting your name on it and screwing that piece of plastic. It's not a whole lot better than painting it on the building.
Well, even in the vinyl part, I don't know how we could ever regulate it, but I know vinyl, you can buy something that's really cheap, that's made for indoor use only. You can buy cheap outdoor use, you can buy really good. Most of your billboards nowadays, most of the billboards out there, that's what they are.
No, I know.
They're a vinyl banner
Yeah.
that's made in a factory. and
When I'm talking about somebody, this is their business, this is advertising, come to my business, it should be a better sign than that. You know, even what Rivas did that time, we spent that money giving them to redo their front, and then they just take a piece of tin and have their name put on the tin. That didn't go with all the good work they did.
Well, to me, that vinyl should be another temporary sign, because,
Well,
They
that's
just
what I'm
don't
saying,
say
what I'm
that.
saying.
and they got one of those vinyl signs,
Yeah.
while they're waiting to have a professional sign done, they've got something up there to identify who they are until
Yeah.
their sign maker gets out there and puts their,
Well, to me, yeah, that's
Neon or whatever sign they're gonna
temporary.
but that to me should be another temporary, 30, 60 days. And then that time you should have your permanent sign in place. And take that thing down, but it's usually after it's been up for so long, it looks.
So portable and temporary signs should just be for when they're opening the business.
Well,
Is that what you're saying?
No.
Or how long?
We gotta be more specific, I think, because the real temporary sign sounds like we're okay with that if it's enforced, what I was hearing. The 30 days or up, are we okay, up for 60, back for 30, up for 60, and then that's it?
By the sounds of it.
No, I'm not good with that.
That's more than.
I'm not good with
Or
that.
I think
I'm thinking making that
that needs to be restricted. Okay.
much more restricted and maybe even restricted to new businesses, but
So
maybe like 30 days a year if you're gonna open it to everybody and then they
And
can.
what about the youth association that, puts out their temporary signs? What are we gonna do on them?
How many of those
What
go
temporary
out?
signs do they put out?
They put out signs for, sign-ups all the time.
For every season, like for every, like football,
Right, but how
baseball.
many go up?
So you got,
There's probably 6 of them in the city right now.
so you're talking about more like yard signs.
No, they're.
They're
a big-
They have banner signs, they have,
they've had the trailer
by
signs
four.
Yeah.
before, too.
so,
Are
I
they,
mean, before we said that we was gonna allow them to do that, now we're coming back putting a stipulation on it.
So first of all, we can real easily
Yeah, they're
take
not,
nonprofits out of the picture.
correct.
But if it's still causing the same look,
How do you determine if they're nonprofit?
Or they-
501(c)(3).
yeah.
So we're gonna go to everybody and ask them for one?
Well, there's not,
They can come
everybody,
and bring it
there's
in
only
when they get their permit.
3 of them or so. Plus, we have a list of them in other documents. Don't we have, yeah, we got a list of
Yeah.
acceptance.
Well, even the line, they put their out.
Yeah. So, right, I think what we're trying to,
Pancake thing, they put that banner out on the side of the building a lot of times, or
spaghetti dinner.
We can have a civic, either civic exemption or different